What's up, everybody? It's episode 5 of Life's a Garden. Welcome back to Life's a Garden, and as you can see, we have our first guest today. And today's guest is an avid hunter, gamer, and sports fan. He grew up working on his family farm, and he's also my co-host on the 406 Broncos podcast. But today, he's my guest on the Life's a Garden podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mack Anderson.
Hello, neighbor.
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
First episode, first guest. How do you feel? You should... Let me ask you.
I feel honored.
I was going to say, is this not the greatest privilege and honor to be the first ever guest on what is probably the hottest podcast on right now?
Yeah, I did get Joe Rogan asking me, and then you, and they were on the same day, and I'm like...
Turned him down, huh? Yeah, you wanted to be on this one.
Yeah.
See, I figured, like, you made me your best man. So this is my,
this is your way of...
Yeah, because, I mean, the marriage thing isn't anywhere near future for me, so this is the second best thing, I think.
Second best thing you can do for me.
So
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
So when it comes down to the day out, and I choose somebody else for best man, just
I always know that I was the first one in Life is a Garden.
Yeah. Okay. At least there's that, so.
Right.
Let me see.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you made me your best man. You'd consider us pretty good friends, right?
Well,
obviously.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I made you my best man.
So, I got a question for you. Let's start this off hot takes. Real hot question here. How many episodes of this show have you watched?
0. Hey, I knew you were going to ask something like that. But also, you just started this not too long ago, and it's been like a month. Plus, we're on vacation for almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. I'm just busting your balls. I knew you, like... Then I knew you didn't watch any because you just asked me about it. Do you get political on here? The last episode I got political, so... You gotta...
Yeah, it's something I'll have to put on while I'm working.
It's on Spotify, so it's one you can listen to that way.
I've been indulged with, like, the criminal podcasts and sometimes Joe Rogan still, but, like... I don't know. I'm just like, that's what I'm listening to now. It doesn't mean I'm not going to listen to it. It's on the back burner because what I'm like into right now. It's like a good show.
Yeah. No, I hear you. You probably listen to this episode.
I'll probably listen to this one. And then it'll probably get me to go and listen to them all.
See, that was my thought. I thought if I started getting guests on here, it would be a good way to not get like the guests to listen to it, but friends of the guests would want to listen to it, so maybe that'll just build that audience a little more. So we'll see. Scott, I think I got like 10 subscribers, which is insane. What does 406 have, like 4 or something like that?
What, on YouTube?
No, we have a few.
On what?
YouTube?
We don't win that. Maybe Facebook's bigger.
Oh yeah. See, I don't have a Facebook page. I just post everything on my page.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I didn't want to go through everything and make a whole page and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're going to have to start that back up since the season's going to be right around the corner.
I don't know if they can hear you on the mic when you're here.
Sorry, I was playing with my mustache.
You're good. Yeah, dude, we got to get started on that, and maybe we'll just use this setup. I'll figure out how to put all the Broncos stuff in the background and get the logo on the TV and stuff.
There you go. So use the same studio.
I kind of like this setup, actually. Like, I wasn't sure how I wanted to do it, but I like it's got all this stuff in the background, and we get the comfy seats. Normally, I'm sitting on one of my wooden chairs when I do the podcast. Normally, yeah.
Don't you do it over here?
I do, yeah. I don't know. I just
just bring out that recliner.
Yeah,
you just
right.
Look like you're sitting on a throne the whole time.
The only reason I didn't do it, like I don't want to do it here, because I got to move everything. I don't want to have to move everything every time. I noticed
everything that's arranged.
Yeah.
Your couch is covered in that door over there.
Yeah. But it's the only way it would work to set it up where it's like the corners even, and but it looks good. It looks good.
I like the little setup you got here.
Oh, you'll be proud of me.
What? Whoa, you got a new phone.
I did, yeah.
What is it?
S10
Nice.
or Galaxy
Were you
10.
just like playing with it?
Dude, yeah, my phone was such a piece of shit.
What, you had like the 5, right?
6.
Oh, 6.
But the charger port wouldn't work anymore, so I had to use the wireless charger, and it was so slow, and the battery wouldn't hold up. Just, it sucked, man. Like, I was just done with it. And, I was so done with it that I left that day. Just, I don't know, it was just one of those things where it's like I didn't even like contemplate it. I was just like, I'm getting one.
Yeah. And are you now on payments for it?
Yeah, it's only like $30 a month. And once it's down to like $200, I'll just pay it off.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's
So worth it.
Mine, I think, is paid off now, but right when I paid it off, I'm having issues.
Yeah.
And it may have been due to me because I got it wet. But, I mean, they're supposed to be waterproof, but I think I maybe got it, like, just submerged. Because my camera had fogging on it. Now my Face ID, because iPhone, like, you can open up with just your face.
Yeah.
And that, it doesn't work. And then, like, when I'm on Facebook, it just starts clicking the shit on the bottom, like, the shopping, the video, you know, those tabs on the bottom. And I'm scrolling through, and it's just, like, into the market section, and, like, and I, like, scroll, and I'm like, dude, and I'm, like, trying to get out of it. So I may have screwed it up, and I just paid it all off.
Dude, oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you have insurance on it?
Yeah, there is insurance on it, so I may, but I think it's like a $200 down or deposit on it.
Huh.
Something like that.
Guess it's better than an $800 phone.
Right, and I was actually okay with just keeping the iPhone 10 until it pretty much poops out on me. And I might just get another iPhone 10. I don't know.
I was this close to caving and getting an iPhone because I so badly just wanted a new phone, and I went to Best Buy with my brother, and they didn't have the 10, like the Samsung.
Yeah.
And like they had the 20 or whatever, the A20 or S20 or whatever it is, like the really really nice one for Samsung. And
like what is there, like, crazy ones, like a Tab, like, isn't it like a Galaxy Tab or something? I thought that was their biggest one.
the Note,
Or the Note, yeah.
they have the Note, but no, they have one that's even like more top notch, and it was just so expensive. I didn't want it, and so but then I was this close to getting the iPhone because I just so badly wanted a new phone. I was like, nah, man, it's just gonna be so much easier for me to transition on the Samsung, to move everything over, and just knowing how to operate it.
See, the operating system of iPhone is one of the most user-friendly. Like, I
don't deny it. It's just I've been using Samsung for so long.
So watching this. We went over because she kills phones like none other.
Yeah.
Like, well, when we got this last one, her phone wouldn't even use, or like it would be dead, like at 12 o'clock in the day if it was fully charged that morning.
Really?
Yeah, she just killed it. I don't know how she did. And this was a Galaxy. These are what we had before. And I talked to the AT&T guy. Like, I don't know what she does with hers. Mine's actually fine. And we were switching over because we wanted unlimited, and Verizon wasn't doing anything for that. So they were going to buy out our phones and get us into a contract. And he's just like, I have the same problem with my wife. I went to iPhone, and we still have our old iPhones to this day. Our kids use, and it was like an iPhone 4 or something like that. They use just for games. But yeah, that's what he said. He's just like, I don't know how iPhone does it, but it's like really user friendly for wives that kill their phone, and hers is pretty beat up.
That would be my biggest gripe about Samsung is the battery life, but
I just thought, like, so much things you can do with it. Like,
the thing I don't like about iPhone is, don't get me wrong, I'm not an iPhone user, so I can't, like, say from experience, but I've heard just they break easy.
I don't have an issue. Savannah's is already broken with the vibration of it.
Oh, yeah.
And she has to, like, talk on a speaker because she
God
dropped
damn
it. So she's going to have to get a new phone, too.
Dude, look how sick this case is, too. It's so cool.
Did you get it at the place?
It's got, like, leather in there and stuff. It's freaking nice. It's like $50. And I got a screen protector, too, but it's worth it, man. like, I'm not gonna spend all that money on the phone and then have it be unprotected.
Yeah.
Of course I was gonna get a case, but I normally don't do the screen protector.
Oh, I do, because I don't want that shit scratched.
Yeah, I mean, my last one was a used phone when I got it, so I didn't care about it as much. Man, I'm so happy. Like, it's so nice not having to, like, charge my phone every night.
I mean, like, the high maintenance you were doing with that phone, I was like, just get a new phone.
I know. I realized, I mean, now I got the podcast, so I'm freaking making stacks, you know what I mean? Like, bringing in some dough. And so, the band is taking off, and...
So you just had all this money.
Oh man, I was just like, I can't. I gotta upgrade to a new phone. No, okay. So you mentioned your wife. You're within your first year of marriage. You just got married. Like, it's almost been a year, right? Yeah, September.
September, yeah.
And you just went to a wedding last night.
Uh-huh.
So congratulations to our friends Beth and Jake.
Yeah.
I would have said congratulations to you in person, but I wasn't invited.
I don't think there's a lot of people invited
I
because
know.
of COVID.
I'm just kidding. I understood. Yeah, because you explained that to me before. But congratulations to them. How was the wedding?
It was good. It was weird. Like, they had everything separated.
Really?
Like, so, like, everybody's sitting about 6 feet apart while the wedding's going.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that was kind of silly.
And you said they couldn't do an after party or something like that,
They couldn't do any dancing at all, so we had to do...
Did they get to have their first dance?
Yeah, they got to do their dances and, like, the the mother, son, father, daughter thing.
I would hope so.
Yeah, they did all that, and then it was just, like, yard games. And the yard games were fun. There was quite a bit of them. So that's what we did.
Right on.
It was just... It's just weird, though.
It looked pretty, though. Like, I've only seen a few pictures, but, like...
Yeah.
Just, like, the background and stuff with all the mountains.
It was a really nice day, too. It wasn't, like...
Snowing?
Abundantly... Yeah. It wasn't abundantly hot. It was, like, the perfect temperature, too.
Right on. So, weird year to be on your first year of marriage. Like, I can't remember the percentage, but, like, I know... Obviously, I wasn't expecting this to happen to you guys, but, like, some high percent of marriages don't even make it past the first year. And this would be, like, the rough year to be a part of that, since everybody's locked in and whatnot, or having to deal with financial issues and stuff. Fortunately, you guys have been working, right?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, if...
We haven't had really... Well, I mean, technically, was getting paid, but not working because schools.
Right. But, it's just a weird year to be in, like, a first year of marriage. Like I said, you haven't really had to deal with it as much as, like, most, like, other big cities have had to deal with it.
People would.
That regardless, how's the first year of marriage been?
It feels almost practically normal.
That's...
Like, I mean, we've lived together for, what, 4 or 5 years?
I was going to say, it doesn't seem like... I mean, everyone makes such a big deal about how, like, everything changes when you're married.
I think it more or less changes if you never lived with a person.
Right.
So, like, we're just only legalizing it, in a sense. Like, but it's normal. We already had our bank, I guess we did set that up a little bit before the wedding, but we have our bank account together.
Just wait till... Oh, wait. Did you get anything for taxes this year? Did that change anything, or is that for next year?
Yeah, no, we filed...
Together?
Together. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And
and wasn't there a... Did you get the stimulus money?
Yeah.
Was that like a bonus for married couples? I can't remember.
No.
No.
I only got 12. She got 12.
Oh, okay. It was just the... Okay, I got you.
Yeah. They get...
I know with kids. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I couldn't remember if married couples was different or not.
No, they didn't give us anything for married.
Right on. Yeah, no, I've... You guys seem like nothing's really been different.
Nope. Nothing really has. I mean, we've been trying. The most stressful thing I think this year is like trying to get the house.
Yeah.
And with all the crap we had to go through on this, also wanting to do a honeymoon.
Oh yeah,
have a vacation, but like we went to Oregon to go see family. We didn't. It's not like it was a honeymoon.
Yeah. Who goes to Oregon for their honeymoon?
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe someone, but like
Some loser.
maybe like and maybe like someone's second marriage and they're like 60. Or
yeah, right. Yeah. I've always wanted to see the pine trees in Oregon. Let's do that, honey.
Go see the falls in Oregon.
Yeah.
Stuff is so closed down that they're closing stuff again.
Yeah.
The 15th, I think their governor is like Kate Brown. They're closing it down, like going back to phase 0.
0?
Like there's no dining,
like full lockdown.
Hair salons, all that's done.
Jeez, dude.
Again.
They need. I'm so done with that stuff. Like it's.
And everywhere you go to, there you have to have a mask on.
They're talking about doing that here. I know Missoula and Bozeman are both doing it.
Are they?
I don't know if Bozeman actually did it, but Missoula did. And I know Bighorn County did too.
Yeah, you have to do it there. They won't serve you unless. And it's so funny is like we walked in a restaurant and we would like walk in with our masks and then sit down right together without our masks.
It's so weird. You got to check out this thing I posted. I don't know if you saw it with Bill Maher.
Yeah, I saw that.
He put it so right.
Yeah, I know.
The way he says it, like, it's so true. Like, and it's what Joe Rogan talks about too. It's like your immune system. That's what's gonna fight disease.
I just wanted to see in the comments when I looked at that, and it's funny. There's people like fighting him on it. Like, no, we should pretty much just, like, in a sense, they didn't say it, but it's just like, no, we should pretty much be in a bubble. Like,
oh my god,
that's exactly where we're going to if we're gonna keep.
You know what this virus has really like brought to light, if anything?
Huh.
It's really shown who are the fucking weak and who are the strong.
Yeah.
Like, or maybe not. It doesn't necessarily show to who are the strong, but it certainly shows to who are the weak. Like weak-willed.
Yeah. I think I saw another one. I think it was today. It was just like if the government told us to pack up in trains to go to a like virus protection camp, kind of like trying to hint Nazism.
God.
There would be bandwagons of people coming. I was just like, and today is how everyone's getting so manipulated with it. Yes, I agree. I think they would. Like, yeah,
dude, there are so many sheep. It's insane. Like, this is literally like a game of fucking Simon Says.
Yeah, right.
Where whatever the fucking media says, oh, gotta do that because they're right, because they're professionals, and they're not gonna have like they'll have professional like doctors or whatever on there, but they're all gonna be the biased doctors that are gonna say.
Of course, that's why they bring them on to their.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason there's doctors that say one thing and other doctors that say another thing. Mm-hmm. I mean,
it's so funny
they have opinions too.
Between the medical staff now, like they're fighting too on it.
Yeah.
Like where are we? What is the right thing?
I was saying on the last episode how like it's become so insane politically that we've turned a virus into a political like issue.
No, it's
become a political thing.
It was something you'd think that maybe we all could get together but now it's a huge political stance. And then like some people are like, dude, okay, this isn't as bad as everyone is trying to. No. And then this is where it got political, is because now we have differences on how it affects someone.
It's so all over the place. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah, it's silly. And it's an election year. Like this year is going to be so memorable. If everything like simmered down and like we went back to kind of things we're all think about 2020 and how screwed up that whole year was. And like,
oh, dude, this is easily the craziest year.
It's definitely going to be in the history books.
Oh, yeah.
Like
the whole year.
There's going to be a big old chapter of just 2020.
Yeah. It'll be like the historic year of 2020.
Yeah, it's going to be so weird.
I just can't wait for...
If we live long enough, we'll be like, yeah, I remember that year.
I mean, it's one of those things where... I mean, we'll definitely... We're going to get through this. Like, it's going to... There will be a day that it will be over. You know, I think about that when I'm sick. You know, like I'll be sitting there being sick, or like if I'm injured, like if I have like
There'll be a day it's healed.
Yeah, it's like one day I won't have to deal with this ailment. Like when I cut my hand, it was like one day I will be able to use this hand again.
Yeah.
And it's like one day we will be able to go back to normal. It's just a matter of when, and hopefully it's soon because I'm just ready for it. I'm ready to go see concerts and not be scared to shake. Like I'm not scared to shake hands, but having other people be scared.
But yeah, the COVID itself. We'll go back. We'll go back to being normal in a sense. It's this now new like crazy uprise of chaos and the rioting, the protesting, everything like that. I'm like, where are we going in this sense? Because if that turns into like, God forbid, like a war of some sort, then there isn't like going back to normal.
Oh, dude, we are literally on the verge of a civil war, and it's not going to be based on.
You know what's retarded about this? Excuse me, saying retarded. That it is going to be about race again. Civil War, the first one, was to abolish slavery. Civil War 2 would be about racism.
Yeah.
Like, so it's all just race.
Well, I think it's going to be based on essentially the left versus the right, you know.
Well, yeah,
but based on like all the issues.
But that's I would say more of the issue. That'd be the
it definitely
one on the
is
pedestal.
like on the forefront for sure.
The systemic racism was going to be the one where, and they're going to somehow make someone who has different opinions, like the Confederates, you know, like we're going to be the bad guys in some sense, you know.
I know. It's so funny to me how, like, literally, just Republicans in general, like, just anybody who's labeled as a Republican or a conservative, is immediately, like, looked at as a bad person and a bad guy. Because that's what, like, that's just the narrative. That Republican equals evil or equals bad. Democrat left equals good. And it's like, that's... I mean, I know tons of people on both sides that are great people. I know some people on both sides that aren't very great people. Like, people are people. People aren't a party. They're not... Right. Yeah, you're not...
I just had a good conversation with my buddy in Spokane named Dakota.
Yeah.
And we kind of debated about a lot of the issues, but, I mean, it was civil. Like... We could because if it's one-on-one and you're talking one-on-one with someone, it usually is civil.
Yeah. Well,
when you get crowds of people just yammering and blaming things and yelling, and it's just chaotic mess, and you're not resolving. There's no solution. It's pretty much like an anarchy, like, and that's what I see on the news is. I don't see one-on-one conversations. Even just one-on-one conversations with no one around, not even like an audience, because that obviously builds it up. Mm-hmm. But you can come to like resolve and solution and think of like how two sides can meet together and figure out what we could do to, and that's more or less that we need to see, because the groups and pretty much the Teamster mentality with everybody that's the huge issue, and that's the diversity we're going right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, on the last podcast, I did a terrible job of like kind of explaining it. I got a little worked up. Mm-hmm. It's hard for me to like do podcast stuff when I'm just here by myself. It's easier to like sit and explain something to someone.
Yeah.
And my last one, I was talking about how I think everybody should just be independent. Like just even if you are more on the right or on the left on the spectrum, as long as you consider yourself an independent and like think about it that way, you're going to be more objective to like just ideas and stuff. You're not going to feel forced into like having the same ideals as whatever your party that you identify with, you know. Let's say if you're a Democrat, but you still believe in the Second Amendment, well, you're shunned on that.
You have these ticks that you have to stand by
because you're on a team. It's a team mentality. See, if you're independent, you're literally independent. Mm-hmm. Like it is what it it's right in the name.
Yeah.
You're your own person. You have your own thoughts. You don't have to like follow the guidelines that this party has set out for you. You get to just be your own. And like I said, even if in reality you are like more right wing, even if you say to yourself, I'm independent, I'm an independent voter, you can have your own thought. Like everything is, I don't know. See, I'm having a hard time explaining it again.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Then
I agree with that.
And then my other point was that we would like objectively look at candidates for their flaws and for the good stuff. Like you as if you're a conservative, you might look at a conservative candidate and say, hey, but if you say I'm an independent, you might look at a conservative candidate more like, hey, he's not necessarily like the best guy because of this, and this. And then you might look at a left candidate and say, hey, they're not so bad because of this, and this. I don't like this and this. But you're not basing it off of party guidelines. You're basing it off your own opinion. Because so many people, let's say with Joe Biden, left-wing people are gonna be more apt to vote for him and be on his side. They're not going to point out the bad stuff.
Whatever you do, vote for blue.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to point out all the bad stuff.
No, it's super funny to me, and this goes for both sides.
Right.
Like Fox News doesn't try to shame Trump and the weird things he's done throughout his past.
Sure.
You never see it. CNN, MSNBC blows it up. Mm-hmm. He is the worst person in the world.
And vice versa.
Vice versa. Fox News, everyone's doing it like with Joe Biden, which it is. He's a creepy person. But the left, all that main media is hush hush.
Right.
Nope. Let's just slither on by.
And see, as an independent voter, you can look at both candidates and be like, okay, I can visibly see all their flaws. I can visibly see all their strengths. And then you kind of just decide from there. You're not just like, well, he's the blue candidate. That's who I'm voting for, no matter what. Like just because he is who he is. Mm-hmm. And it mostly comes down to a better aspect when you're deciding the nominee. Once there's,
it's just I just want there to be a day where it isn't this like guidelines and two parties. I love it.
I think it should just be a group of like 10 people who are running for president, and then it just comes down to the two best, no matter what party they're on. Right. Like they're all just a blank slate. They're not black. They're not red or blue. They're just all the same. They're all running under different campaigns, and then we just narrow it down to the two best, and then you vote. We should just turn it into a fucking game show because more people would be interested into it. Like
I think politics is almost a game show still.
Yeah, make it like an American Idol style.
I mean, like. U.S. has so much influence in the world that our politics affects it all.
No, we should.
Everyone's watching U.S. politics.
We should make it. We should make it into like a thing where they, you have like an intellectual round. So we weed out all the dummies, and then you have like a.
That we should just make it like a
Yeah, and
game show.
And then like and the very last one, it's like a fight.
Yeah,
so the strongest one.
Strongest.
So now we have a strong, smart, like whatever,
intelligent.
Yeah. We'll just weed them out like that.
Bare knuckle boxing.
And maybe they don't necessarily have to fight each other. They just have to because if it's a man versus a woman, then the gal can fight whoever. Like just have some stand-in, but just or maybe they go through like a combat drill like routine. To see if whoever can finish it the best in the best time. Just make them do that Steve Austin Broken Skull challenge.
I've never seen that.
Oh, because then we would know that it's intense, that thing. Yeah. Or make them do like just make them do Wipeout, the game.
Yeah, that would be funny as hell.
Or what's the American Gladiator or whatever? American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
Ninja
Warrior.
Have them do something like that.
Gladiator's an old.
Yeah. Because then we'll find out, we'll know that they're sustainable and they're gonna like live long enough.
Super funny to watch.
Especially could you imagine Trump and Biden doing that?
Oh my god, Someone have to direct Biden to go that way, and Trump probably would jump and completely
Dude,
miss
Biden
the
wouldn't have
first
made it
hand.
past the first fucking... Neither of those dudes probably would have made it past the intellectual
Someone, like,
round.
holding Biden's hand the whole way through.
I know. He'd have to have like a seeing
And
eye
Trump
dog.
would like fail at times. He's like, no, bring it closer. I need to get over that.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, I want that.
Have you ever seen those pictures of how he stands?
where
he's like leaning?
He has like a table for 8 on his ass.
Dude, I never noticed that. It's
Yeah, I
so
saw
weird.
those pictures.
He
They're
just
very-
like does that like
they're
forward
very
lean.
weird.
He looks like he's in the freaking Smooth Criminal video.
Yeah, he
God.
does. He has a weird stance.
Do you think? I'm gonna save that one for later. Let me see. Oh yeah. Okay, so how long have we've been friends for? Like 7, 8 years?
When did I come to Billings? I think it was like 2013, and it was like right then too.
So 7 years, about 7 years.
I think so. I think it was 2013.
What are some of our oldest like stories?
Our oldest story?
Yeah, I was trying to think about that earlier. Like, what are some like some good stories to tell from us, like things we've done?
You couldn't think of any? You wrote that question out. You didn't.
Well, yeah, I wasn't. I prefer like it to be a
raw moment.
Yeah, a natural thought.
Dude.
But I could think of a lot of like good memories, like where we're like when we went to Vegas and just every time we've gone to Denver and stuff. But I'm trying to think of like just old memories.
Well, like the first time, I think we all kind of like hung out per se, was I think it was Eric's birthday, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Then we went to Tilt.
Yep. That was a good one.
Was that his first? Like, what did he turn 18 then, or 19, or what? Because we went and gambled. I'm pretty sure he was older. I think he turned 20.
Yeah, because I didn't even start at Olive Garden until I was like 19.
Yeah, he turned 20. But then we won.
That's so weird. I knew you before I was 21.
Really? Yeah. I was 22. You were 20. I was 22.
That's so weird. I didn't even start drinking until I was 22.
Yeah.
So you knew me for a long time and I wasn't even drinking.
Yeah, I know.
That is bizarre.
I remember, it doesn't even feel that long ago, but you were like, you had your birthday at Hudson's. We came and stopped by for just a second. And you're like, yeah, I'm drinking. I'm like, that was weird.
That I was drinking?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you don't do this, really.
That was something I was thinking about too, okay? So, I'm kind of fucking pissed that, because I've heard all these epic stories, like from your other friends, of like these, and from you, of like these party moments. And I've never gotten, well, we kind of have a little bit, but I've never gotten to be like a part of like nights, like several nights
Of just like
of that. And now you're fucking married, and that's.
I mean, you've had some good like Denver, like that was some good moments.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Like getting really drunk at some of the like that Halloween party.
Yeah, that was good.
Trying to climb the tower.
Dude,
and
this guy, we were downtown Denver. I don't remember. It must have been for the Giants game because it was just you and me.
yeah.
And he was so fucked up, and we're trying to get home, get back to the hotel, and we're looking for a cab. And he goes up to the cab and is like, I went to one cab, he went to the other cab, and I asked the guy, if he could give us a ride to the hotel, and he's like, no. And I was like, oh, okay. So I went to the next cab, and I asked that guy, and he's like, oh, no, because all these guys just want to go to the airport, because that's how they make big money, I guess. I don't know. But then I look back, and Mack's still talking to the first guy he went up to. And then I start walking up, and I just hear, I don't fucking understand what you're saying. Or, why don't you, what did you say? You didn't say, why don't you learn some English? You're like, dude, I can't understand a fucking word you're saying.
Well, I kind of like got that hint. He's like, no, just the airport. I'm like, why do you not want to fucking make money?
Yeah, you said, don't you want to make money?
Yeah, I was like, you're
and
just,
I heard him go,
sitting
no.
Here. Yeah, you're just
And
sitting
you're like, you
here.
don't?
And then I don't remember what he said specifically, like pretty much a long sentence worth of something, and I was just like, yeah. Well, it's hard for me to remember this because I was close
Drunk.
to blacking out. I was like, yeah, I don't fucking understand the word you're saying, dude. And that was practically it. And then I was trying to get, there's that hotel there's parked at, and I had to go in there because I had to piss real bad.
Dude, yeah.
And
you said you were going to piss on the floor?
yeah, I go and I try to get into the lobby bathroom and it's locked. And so I go up to the counter there and I was just like, dude, you're going to have to unlock that bathroom or I'm going to piss all over your floor. He's like, no, don't do that. And he had to like walk me to the bathroom and unlock it. I don't know why they're locked.
That's so
It
funny.
was stupid as hell. But yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking, I didn't even realize that I didn't start drinking until like 3 years into our friendship. Because, God, yeah, I never, because now, okay, so you were like probably party phase a little bit more, like when you got here and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You might not have been peak party phase, but like then once I started drinking, I think I'm only just now peak party phase, like the last year.
Yeah.
And you're definitely like on the way decline.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to even fucking get you to come out sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
I mean, I've had so many moments.
Yeah.
But you did have me blacked out practically 2 weeks ago.
I know. I was gonna say that one too. How so we both passed out on the floor.
This
right here in the
right
studio.
here, I passed out on the floor.
The studio, aka my living room.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I passed out over there on the floor. And I woke up to you waking up at like 3 a.m. or no, it was like 5.
No, it was at 5, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he goes, Mack goes, oh fuck, I gotta go let the dogs out. I left them in the kennel, and I was like, oh shit, man. Yeah, but I did, and I was like, but I drove you here, and you're like, I'll walk, and you were still fucking drunk, and that reminded me of the time when you passed out at my house when we were watching Power Rangers, and the same thing. You're like, oh fuck, I gotta go let the dogs out.
It was just Buster that time, though.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I left him. That time, though, I woke up about 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
So it was a little better then.
We got drunk, and we're at a bar called Hudson's, and then we went to my house, and we just, like, watched Power Rangers, and we were just laughing about, like, everything.
About our childhood in this movie. And
Yeah.
then we fell asleep watching it, and yeah, I woke up like, oh, fuck, he's still in the cage. You gotta go.
The next day after the most recent one, that's the first thing I thought about was, it was like a deja vu moment almost.
They were fine. They were just chilling in there. I mean, at least it's good, big enough, but it just makes me feel bad.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. There's some good ones, though. There's some good stories. Like, all the Denver trips. Those are always fun.
Yeah. Like the Halloween one is probably my favorite when we went for the Halloween.
Yeah, that
party.
was such
that
a
was
good
probably
one.
one of the coolest things.
My only regret, I should have wore a costume that A, didn't cover my face, because I didn't even wear the mask half the time,
Yeah.
and B, maybe I had a little bit more clothes on.
Yeah, because it snowed.
It snowed, I was cold, and I wasn't in the best shape. So it's just like, here we're at a party with like freaking easily 1,000 people, maybe
Yeah,
2,000 people.
3 stories worth of like party.
Yeah,
There's like bars and clubs and all. It's weird. It was cool.
it was it was the coolest party I've ever been to. So
Yeah, that was cool. That was actually one of my favorite like costumes I had on.
and
too.
how'd that trip end?
With me trying to climb the tower.
No, the whole trip. How'd that whole trip end?
Us going to a Broncos game.
No, you driving my car
Oh,
home.
yeah, yeah.
Because I was in the fetal position in the back seat.
Because you went out again and with your cousin and was just completely a wreck, and I drove all the way home while you were sitting in the back.
Yeah. I didn't even feel good for like, I wasn't even like back to normal until about 6 hours into that drive.
Yeah, I think we were like at Buffalo, and you're like
Yeah.
thinking about it. I was like, dude, I already drove this far. Might as well just go the distance.
That was a rough one.
Yeah.
And then I went out that night.
You did?
Yeah, because it was that day was Halloween.
Oh, we stayed and watched a scary movie. I wasn't fucking going out.
I didn't want to, but Eric put in all that work on his costume.
Oh.
So I was like, I can't let him down, and
What were you?
I was the same thing.
What was he?
He was Pyramid Head.
That's right.
And it was an epic costume, and I just didn't want to... I couldn't...
Did you guys go out to the bars then, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was that?
Dude,
with
if...
a pyramid head, huh?
Oh, it's ridiculous. Like, I had to, like, basically walk him. I had to, like, hold his hand and make sure he wasn't going to fall because he was on these buckets. He, like, took 2 Home Depot buckets and put them on his feet. So it was like, he had to walk, like the slowest fucking thing. Because if he wanted to be tall, like Pyramid Head. But it was an epic costume. It might have been one of the best costumes I've ever seen.
Huh.
Like, somebody handmade.
Did people like it, too?
Oh, fuck yeah. They were all taking pictures. I was kind of jealous. I was like, what about, you want to take a picture of me? Because I thought that was one of the best costumes I've ever made.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking about being this year?
What?
I shouldn't waste it. I want to like have it on the
Keeping it a
podcast.
surprise.
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
What else?
I was gonna be someone Viking like Ragnar.
Oh, that'd be cool. See, I was trying to think of something with the beard because I don't want to get rid of the beard.
Right. You had to do the goatee last year.
Yeah, that was fine. And my next one kind of will be the same, like a
You're
goatee.
Cut it again.
Yeah. But I think by then it'll be good. Like, I don't know. That's like the time you want to have a big beard, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, by then though, I think I'll be alright to trim it down and stuff. I just like having it long like this now.
Yeah.
Freaking, I love beards.
Beards are good.
What are the chances, just for like to boost the viewership, that we touch beards? Like right now.
Just make a thumbnail of us.
Let's just what like
touching
what are the
beards.
realistic chances that happens?
I'm sure you can get some viewership.
No, I'm saying like of you actually doing that.
Us touching beards?
Yeah.
We ain't touching beards.
I knew it.
You could try that with someone though, maybe though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily want to either. I just wanted to see what you would say. I always thought it'd be weird to kiss a dude with a beard and mustache because it'd be like Velcro, like it would like connect.
Tangled.
Yeah.
Two gay guys who have little burly beards. I think it'd be worse if they're just like shaven and then wait a day later and it feels like 80 grit sandpaper. I feel bad for women sometimes kissing men.
Like I said though, I just feel like your mustaches would like connect like Velcro, and then
That'd be weird.
It'd be so
just
fucking
feeling
weird.
like the separation of it, like
yeah.
We both
Yeah, it'd be weird.
Maybe let's go on a new topic.
Yeah. We could like Chinese finger lace our beards together.
Yeah,
we
so
should
every time we
weave them together. Like let's grow them really long and then weave them together like a Chinese finger trap. That'd be funny. Fuck, what was it? Do you think you'd rather be blind or dickless?
Whoa, that's a hard question. It's a really hard question.
I know. I thought about that too.
Do you already have an answer?
I don't. Like, I think I did answer this once and I...
Okay, so there'd be points in my life when I'd say one or the other. I'm assuming when I'm like 60 or so, I'd be like dickless.
I'm saying right now.
I know, I'm just saying like...
Oh yeah, like, where the answer might vary.
Yeah, the answer might vary. At this moment in time... Dickless or blind? Dude. I'm gonna probably have to say dickless.
That's tough.
Dude, it's straight up tough. But we rely on our eyes so much.
Yeah. I agree.
So like, okay, for being blind and having a dick, yeah, you got the enjoyment of sex. But that's about it, in a sense. But like your eyes, you have enjoyment all the time if you seek it.
I know.
So I'm probably gonna have to say dickless.
I would have to say that too, and it sucks.
Yeah, that'd be a bad one. I would if I was like 20, actually even if I was like 18, I'd probably say blind, just so I could experience it.
Oh yeah, dude. See, that's a hard one when you're older too, because I mean,
totally say dickless when I'm older.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like your eyes are like, you've already seen so much. It's like you could live without that too, almost. Like, I'd rather be blind at an older age than a young age.
Well, yeah, yeah. Well, like,
and what use are you getting out of your dick though, when you're older?
Well, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
I might just chop mine off when I'm older anyway.
Yeah.
Just to get rid of it.
Yeah, just a nuisance.
Yeah. I don't want that.
I've always had that question
Just kidding.
brought to me, but it's usually blind or deaf, you know?
Right, and that's easy.
It is easy.
Blind or dickless?
Yeah, that one's hard. that one competes a little bit better with the sight.
Okay, you gotta fuck one, marry one, kill one. Trevor, Cord, Brandon. Go.
Oh my god. Dude, I do not want that posted. No. I'm going to
plead the fifth.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, I want to hear it. I want to get these guys. You know they'll listen.
Fuck one, marry one, kill one.
Whoever you're gonna kill is gonna be upset. Although maybe I feel like the one who you're gonna kill will be like the most excited because they don't have to do either of the other two with you.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like
reason I'm just in a position I have to.
I feel like the worst one would be to be the guy you want to fuck. I'd sooner you kill me.
Yeah, maybe. Like I might want to still experience life, so maybe I'll take one for the team and then just have that shame in my back of my head.
So where you think?
I'm pleading the fifth on this one, dude. I really don't want to answer that. I can't believe you gave me that question. Is that really on one of your note cards?
No.
Oh,
that just came in my head. That one just came up in my head.
All right. Well, I got to think about some for you if you have.
Hey, if you're not gonna answer yours, what?
No, I'm saying though, if I do answer mine, then you'd have to answer mine. But
okay.
I really can't think of any. Can we just move on?
You can't think of any of my friends?
Well, I just can't think of any good competitors. Like, you probably, like, answer it really fast or something like, I'm like, damn it, did I give you the right ones?
I gotcha. Sounds like I gave you the right ones.
Yeah, I don't want to answer. You can still tell them that you gave me that question.
I will. And then, you know what's going to happen?
They're going to ask me.
Yeah, they're like, come on.
What is it?
Yeah.
And then when I come back on, I have to go and answer it again.
Yeah. Well, that'll be a follow-up question. Freaking, what's our timestamp at? Oh, we're doing good. We gotta talk about UFC.
Oh, yeah.
Like.
Oh, yeah, it's tonight.
Yeah.
That's right.
I
totally forgot about it.
You did?
Well, like, in the process of the podcast. I was thinking we were going to talk about it but it just, like, I don't know, just escaped my mind until you just brought it up here.
I was going to talk about it last week, mostly because I knew we'd be recording this on the day of the fight, and this won't come out till tomorrow.
Yeah.
But, so I wanted to, like, give
our raw predictions now, and then we'll see our dumbness tomorrow.
Yeah, I want to do predictions, and then we'll see who, like, if we got it right tomorrow. Plus,
gotta give me
I'm going to sit here and tell you, this is one of the best cards I've ever seen. We
got to do it specifically, too. We got to say,
sure.
Decision.
Sure.
Knockout submission, or anything like
that.
So, and the round.
Okay,
let's do that.
Sure. Let's yeah. Okay, so we'll start with, we're going to do the 4 big fights that we know.
Is there 5 on the main card?
Yeah. I don't really know who
the first one?
I don't really know that one as well. It's another girl fight.
We don't know him.
Yeah. So Rose Namajunas versus Jessica Andrade.
I don't know this Jessica.
Okay, this is the one where that girl dropped her on her head, where she spiked her on her head.
Oh, it's a rematch.
It's a rematch from that fight. And Rose lost her belt to Andrade.
Oh, okay.
And that's Jessica Andrade.
Wasn't she trying to do a submission or something?
Yeah. No, it wasn't like malicious on purpose. Like, it was kind of almost Rose's fault. Because if Rose would have let go, she wouldn't have got spiked. Either way, though, that's what happened. But this is the rematch from that. First off, Fight Island.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Fight Island for a minute. How cool is that?
It is cool. And
That's why I want to get down there early, because there's the hype of the Fight Island. There's the hype of...
like different cages too, isn't there?
Yeah, they said there's a cage on the beach.
Is there one of them gonna fight on that?
I think so.
Weird.
I don't know what to expect, honestly. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so Jessica Andrade versus Rose Namajunas. That's the background of it. Prediction.
I mean, that's the only thing I've ever seen a Jessica do is with the Rose.
She's Brazilian.
And she lost the belt right away, didn't she?
Yeah, she lost it to that Chinese gal.
Oh, okay.
The one that beat...
and she's tough, dude.
yeah.
I'm gonna make a biased one on this one. I'm just gonna say Rose because I really like her. I'm gonna say Rose in decision.
Okay. I'm going to actually go with Jessica Andrade. I'm going for Rose. What? Oh, yeah, you said decision. I'm going for Rose because she's Team Elevation. But I got to have some kind of a pick that's against who I'm going for. I'm going to say Andrade just because she is Brazilian. She is tough. I'm going to say second round TKO. Like
TKO.
by punches and stuff.
Okay.
She's not gonna straight up knock her out, but it'll be like TKO.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Next fight is gonna be
Is that Peter Yan?
yeah, Peter Yan versus Jose Aldo for the bantamweight title. What do you got?
Yan.
Going Peter Yan?
Yep. I think he'll knock him out.
Yeah.
I think I'll say. Is it a 5-round fight?
Yeah. All title
Oh
fights
yeah,
are
I
5
guess
round
so.
fights.
But I just know that there's not a title holder, so I guess.
Right.
I'm gonna say 3rd round knockout, Peter Yan.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see. I was gonna say maybe goes the distance.
Dude, I think that Yan
Just
kid's good.
Yeah, I mean with bantamweights, you don't see a lot of knockouts.
Oh, he knocked Faber out pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
And Aldo got knocked out in 13 seconds. It's the
True.
same person, so.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say knockout as well. Would you say 3rd round?
I said 3rd round.
I'm gonna go second.
With Peter Yan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say 2nd round TK or actual KO knockout. And then, dude, cannot wait for this fight.
Holloway, Volkanovski.
Yeah, Max Holloway versus
I think
Alexander
Holloway had
Volkanovski.
enough time with that belt. I want to see Volkanovski keep it. This is
Their
his
first fight was
defending,
good. Yeah,
isn't it?
and it's the rematch.
And it's a rematch. That's
But
insane.
it's a great rematch. It's well deserved to be the rematch because that last fight was epic.
Yeah, and it went the distance, didn't it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I don't remember if it was a split. I know it was a unanimous decision. So what do you think this time?
I'm gonna go with Volkanovski again. That guy looks sharp as hell fighting Holloway. I think he'll take him down in the 4th round.
By
Knockout, TKO. I say they'll technically stop the fight because
Okay.
he's just getting piss pounded.
I'll say I'm gonna take Volkanovski as well. He's just. It's gonna be a close one though.
Yeah.
I could see this going to a decision, but I will say. What did you say? 4th round?
I said 4th round. TKO.
I want to be different. Let's say a 5th round TKO. It'll look like it's gonna go the distance.
And then he just
And
gets
then
him good.
It'll just be it'll be one where he catches him, and he drops, and then he starts getting the fists on him. Starts throwing the hammer fists. It won't be like a direct knockout,
Right.
but he'll get him,
They'll-
or he'll get him
they'll
down, and he'll get him on a
technically
full
stop the fight.
mount. He'll get him on a full mount and just start throwing the fists, and
And
they'll
they'll
just have
stop
to
the
call it.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And then last but not least, the main event, which is
Usman,
actually
Vaughn.
so last week I talked about it. It was at that time it was Kamaru Usman versus Gilbert Burns, but Burns had to back out, and this probably actually had been announced, but I didn't know it at the time. That because I think Masvidal took the fight on 11-day notice, which is pretty epic. I mean, I got to give him props for that. So it's Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal, which is the fight everybody's been wanting to see.
I gotta ask, because Usman talked about this on Joe Rogan's. Is he gonna have to give up the BMF one?
I hope it's title for title.
I hope those are.
I love what Usman said too. He's like, I just throw it in my closet.
You know what's gonna be funny too is if he does win this, and then he like just does like a video of him just like, check it out, like right into his closet. That'd be funny.
Oh, I wouldn't even be shocked if he did that. Put it on Instagram or something.
Cool title belt.
Yeah. So, who do you got?
Usman.
Okay.
I don't know when. I can see it going the decision. How heavy? Like how?
Welterweight, so 175.
How good is Masvidal's chin? It's pretty good. I've never really seen him knocked out.
See, okay, so here's what I got. Okay, there's big stipulation, or not stipulation, but there's big concern that Masvidal didn't have a full camp and that he might not be ready for this fight. That's apparently false. Masvidal has been training. He apparently had a feeling something like this might happen, so he was preparing just in case. So he is prepared for this fight. It's not one of those deals where he's coming in unprepared. So yeah, I don't know. I would say
I'm just gonna say Usman. I will go. It's hard. It's hard to say if it's going to be a TKO or not.
I still say Usman's gonna win.
I'm gonna say decision.
Usman's just a tough fucker. I'm gonna also.
I don't know, man. Because he beat the hell out of not Covington.
Yeah, he beat the hell out of Covington.
No, I know Woodley.
But they went to decision.
Yeah, they went to I think they TKO'd at the 5th round.
Oh, it's so hard because they're a higher weight class too. So.
But with Woodley, he beat the hell out of Woodley.
Yeah. Masvidal knocked out Askren in record time, and he knocked out. He TKO'd freaking.
Till. He knocked
Diaz.
out Till.
And Nate Diaz.
TKO'd Diaz?
That
one didn't go?
For that belt?
That didn't go the distance?
I don't think so.
I thought that went the distance.
Which is crazy because Nate Diaz is a hard guy to freaking get that on. Masvidal is not a joke, dude. This could be a really, really tough fight, but Usman's tough as hell too. I'm gonna say distance because they're both just tough as nails. I'm gonna say goes to decision, and it's a unanimous decision for Usman.
Say 4th round Usman.
Okay, if it goes past.
I was gonna say decision, but I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, if it goes past the 3rd round, Usman for sure, because I don't think Masvidal's ever fought in a fight. Well, no, he did. He had a 5-round fight with Diaz, but I don't think it went to the extra rounds. I think it was like in the 3rd round that he beat him. Might have been the 4th round. I just think Usman's got the experience of those 5-round fights, and that's a big deal.
I wonder if Masvidal's gonna go for Usman's legs at all, because he's got shitty legs. Remember? Yeah,
that's true. But Usman he's so tough in that ring that he's like, it doesn't bother him at all.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna say Usman 4th.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be such a good card.
I'm gonna say cold hard knockout. I'm just going the distance here. So, just done, just out cold. I've never seen that.
That'd be like, and see, this is kind of a win-win for Masvidal too, because he took it on short notice. So if he loses, it's not that big of a deal. He comes out the hero because he took it on short notice. He saved the card. And if he wins, he's an epic hero. If he wins this fight, he'll be like the next Conor. Like, not to me. I'm not a big fan, but for the general public,
yeah,
he's gonna be it'll be a big deal because people already really like him. And this would just catapult him. The fact that he took the fight on short notice, it's this big card, it's on Fight Island. and then he would beat him and get the title on short notice like this, Usman has way more to lose.
Yeah.
So, that's going to go either way, really. It'll be interesting to see. I'm really excited. We'll have to find out tomorrow if how our predictions pan out.
Yeah.
We'll have to remember them tonight while we're watching.
I almost don't remember what I said.
Well, it's recorded, so.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, while we're there, I can't just look at the recording.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, we can run back through it when we're done and write them down.
Sweet.
Yeah. Let's see. Anything else you want to add? I mean, anything else you want to talk about? I have no preference on time limit here, so.
Okay, I was just going to say that we got to get back in the 406. Just a little highlight. What do you think is gonna? What do you think how the football is gonna stand out this year?
I don't know, man. I mean, I still think I 100% think they're gonna play.
Okay. Do you think there'll be 0 fans?
I do. I think that they're gonna do it with no fans. For 2 reasons. One, the backlash that they would receive if they did with fans.
Right.
And if they do it with fans, it'll just be like a select few fans.
Yeah, probably like. Yeah.
It
sucks. They may do like every other season ticket holder, and then
switch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like.
I'm not sure how they're gonna do it. Like I said, it'll be with no fans or limited fans in my opinion, which really sucks because I wanted to go to a couple games this year.
Raiders, Broncos.
Yeah, and I was gonna go to Arizona too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what game. I would have just gone to a game.
Are you gonna do another Thursday night game there?
No,
That's usually how you
I'd want to do a Sunday game because I don't think I'm gonna fly Allegiant this time. I might fly in on Allegiant, but I'm not flying out because that sucked last time.
Yeah.
I'd rather fly out of the closer airport.
Yeah, that did kind of suck. That was weird. Your cousin thought it was really weird. Like, how was it hailing, or was it storm? It's something. He was just like, "This is really weird."
It was hailing. Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
We were at the gas station.
Yeah, it was like nighttime. Arizona's cool.
God, that sucked too, man. Because last time we were all like achy and sick. Like both of us were.
Yeah, my back hurt.
Dude, my whole body hurt. I still have no fucking clue what that was.
COVID. You got it. With
Yeah.
it, man.
2 years ago.
It.
That was a good trip.
What?
The Arizona trip, hanging out in Westgate.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome.
And we were just down there by ourselves. It was just you and me. Like, my cousin backed out, and so did
his, like, weirdo friend. I guess he's not that weird. But the buddy of his who kind of chauffeured us,
Mm-hmm.
that was weird to me.
Yeah.
But
He was
then
cool, though. He was a cool guy.
He didn't even... It just baffles me that you're down there where we were, 20 rows up, like right in the middle.
Yeah. Dude.
And that baffles me how he was just like, you guys go. I've got a ticket, but you guys go. I'm across the street watching it on a hotel
I
TV,
know.
trying to hit on a woman.
That just goes to show how many games I go to. It's like nothing to
it's
them.
just like nothing to him at all.
He was saying he'd been to several Super Bowls and stuff, too.
Yeah, I guess they were there a couple times.
And then, I don't know. And we missed an interception because we were in the line so long.
Well, also, we were waiting for him. We were in there like, okay, and then he was just like, you guys go.
Oh, yeah, huh?
Because he had that weird, like, call. And he's just like, you guys just go.
He had a business thing, yeah. I don't know.
And then, we missed, not just an interception, it was a pick six.
But we did get to see another one later
there
on.
was 2 pick sixes that night. That was one of the most insane games I've ever seen.
That was a great
Like,
game.
you couldn't ask for anything better.
Was that Rosen?
Yeah. It was Rosen. Rosen sucked.
Yeah.
And I think Miller got, like, 2 sacks on him and a strip sack.
Uh-huh. And Sanders threw the touchdown.
And Sanders threw a touchdown to Sutton.
That might have been the most highlight-filled...
Wasn't it to Sutton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might have been the most highlight-filled game we've ever been to.
Oh, it was talked... Because I remember waking up the next morning and it was just talked about. Like, Good Morning America could not shut up.
Well, because it was the Thursday game, so
Not
it was the
Good
only
Morning
game
America,
that they could
Good
talk
Morning
about.
Football.
It was the only game they could talk about. So.
Right, but it was like just constant. There was like tidbit news about what's coming up, but it was just constant. How much praise they're giving the Broncos.
I know.
It was
great.
awesome. It was super cool.
Did you see Mike Shanahan's getting in the Ring of Fame?
I did see that.
That's so cool. Well deserved.
I did see that. Yeah, it might be a weird year though. You know what's gonna be really weird is when those guys do big plays this year. It is if they don't have fans in the stadiums.
Mm-hmm.
That it's just gonna be quiet. What is the Super Bowl gonna look like?
Dude, yeah. Well, that's next year, so.
Well, hopefully, what they can do is literally test everybody. We got them.
I know.
Test people walking in the stands.
Could you imagine if you flew all the way there though, and you test positive, and then you can't even watch it?
Should give you a kit before you fly and test, and then they'll test you again before you go in the stadium.
Yeah, that'd be good. I don't know. It's hard to say.
They gotta do something. You can't. The fans is part of.
It's a huge part of it. Yeah.
It's gonna be so weird.
I just want to have sports again. I mean, we got basketball coming back soon.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Is there just them, no fans?
Yeah. Yeah, it's in Orlando, so it's all, and yeah, the way they're structuring it's gonna be weird too. I'm excited though. Nuggies, baby. You see, Niko Jokic got the freaking corona.
He did.
Uh-huh.
I didn't see that. But is he gone? Is he out of it now, or?
Yeah, he'll still be playing.
How the hell did he get it? Von Miller got it.
Mm-hmm.
It's showing that like so many people has gotten it, like that we know of, like celebrities and athletes and stuff like that. Have you heard of one dying?
There's been a few.
Who? Like anyone besides like old or?
Nick Cordera. That was a big one. He's like a comedian and actor. He was like 41 or 42.
Does he have any underlying issues?
Like, okay, so he didn't, apparently, this is what I heard, but you also got to understand it's media. He didn't die of COVID, like, he didn't die from having COVID. Okay. The COVID isn't what killed him. He died of something else, but his lungs were so ravaged from the COVID.
Right, okay.
That he had before.
He had an underlying issue then. That's what I'm saying. If he died from something else, but the COVID didn't
No, he had COVID before. Like, he had COVID, like, a month before he got sick with this other thing. Like, it was pneumonia or something like that.
Well, that's what happens in COVID, is you get pneumonia.
Yeah. But he was young and
I gotta
died.
see who this is. I don't know who this is.
Nick Cordera. I don't think you'll recognize him. I didn't really recognize him either.
But, okay. You said there's been a couple. Do you know any others? Because I could give you probably tens of people that...
Everyone else, it seems to be complications from COVID, not necessarily like they died of COVID. It's hard to say. I don't know.
I don't
but
know
you're right. There's not a lot of like big name celebrities that are.
He's a Broadway actor.
And then there was
He's a Canadian actor. It doesn't say
Didn't
he's
Bill
a
Withers die of it?
Doesn't say he's a comedian.
Oh, that's just what I read. Didn't Bill Withers die of it? Me either.
I don't know. Yeah, looks like he's died March 30th.
Well, hopefully, I'm. We'll see how this all unravels with sports and stuff.
It doesn't say anything about him dying of it. Maybe he just died of old age. He was 81.
Who? Bill Withers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, it just like Tom Hanks, you know, he's probably doing just fine now.
Mm-hmm.
Every basketball player's gotten it.
Oh yeah, those guys are freaking healthy, is it?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, this really just shows you it's your immune system.
Yeah. You gotta keep up on the immune. You've been taking the D?
I mean, I've just been outside.
Not taking no vitamin D?
I'm taking it.
You gotta eat it too.
Why?
Eat the D.
I'm of Norsk too, so I'm just stored vitamin D in me all the time.
What does that have to do with being...
That's literally what it is. She talked about it on Joe Rogan too. People with darker skin, like with black people, it affects them harder because they get vitamin D deficient. Like black people in like New York, you know, because it is cloudy a lot. It's a colder climate, and just like instead of like black people in LA. Like I mean, they're getting it, and but they're more vitamin D deficient there.
You know what I've been noticing since I've been taking the vitamin D?
But if you're some white person who lives up in a cloudy area, your body stores it.
I know what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
The melanin. But okay, I get it. I've noticed my hair is like a little thicker since I've been taking the vitamin D.
Yeah.
Not by much, but just a little bit.
Well, if I know that it gives you hair back, maybe I will.
I mean, I don't think it does.
I'm so sad about my hair.
Yeah, that makes two of us. So.
Yeah. Well.
Dude, that's so funny. I'll look at old pictures of you, like, with me, and you have like pretty thick hair. That didn't take any time on you.
No, it just fell off, like I was shedding for the winter or something.
You're getting old. You got cataracts.
That's a problem. I've had that all my life.
Your backs are aching all the time.
I was off of probably bad lumbar support on the couch when I was drunk.
You always got freaking
sleeping
aches
probably like halfway off.
You wear slippers all everywhere.
Yeah, these are old man.
You don't ever go out.
I do sometimes. I went out at a wedding last night.
Going out tonight?
Yeah, but not probably very long.
What?
I'll go for the fight, but I probably leave.
Well, yeah, me too. After the fight. After the fights, everywhere closes pretty much.
Really? I thought you said you were trying to get pissed drunk tonight.
Oh, well, I did last night, so.
Oh.
I might not tonight.
Gotcha.
I wasn't planning on it last night, but I sure did.
Where'd you go?
Stadium Club and Bugsy's and then Shooters. Dude, some chick got her fucking hair ripped out at Shooters last night.
Some other chick do it or what?
Yeah. We were
Fight?
like me and Pal were just sitting there, and dude, mind you, I'm like fading drunk, and like all of us. I guess I wasn't that bad, but I was definitely like just chilling out in the chair, just like hanging out. We're just talking and stuff, and then all of a sudden we hear this commotion, and like we see this girl just pulling her hair, like she's just like ah, and then like Pal's like, dude, what the fuck? And then the security guys came in and broke him up. And then he goes, dude, look, there's a bunch of her hair on the ground. And I was like, what? And sure enough, there it was. And it stayed there for like 10 minutes. Like nobody. And then all of a sudden it was gone. So me and Pal were like, yeah, some dude probably just took it.
Jesus.
No, and yeah, she got her fucking hair pulled out. Like a big chunk of it too.
Almost got scalped.
I guess, dude. And then the girl tried to come back and fight her again. And then the security guys were like, it was so funny how they were just like so nonchalant about it, like it happens all the time.
Yeah,
which it probably does.
Stop.
He's just like, come on, get the fuck out of here.
I saw one time there's a fight at a bar. We were in Great Falls and we're gonna go snowboarding the next day. So I think we're just leaving. We're gonna go back home, something like that. Well, you saw two dudes fighting right kind of by our vehicle. And this fat chick, she's like, stop, and she's like, get in the middle. She got in the middle of it and got like knocked out hard. One of them just cocked her right in the face.
Damn.
And she was starfished on the ground, like just, and her belly was sticking out and everything like that. I remember when we were walking, one of my buddies like literally just steps right over her because she was like kind of in our line of walking.
Oh my god.
I know. But and like they're like fighting kind of like moved away, like, and they were still going at it, and we were like, and we kept walking away.
Jeez.
And there's no one around too, so one of them must have gotten hurt.
I haven't seen a lot of bar fights, honestly.
I haven't seen much either.
I remember one time I was at Powderhorn and freaking somebody got in a fight, and they, like, we were just standing by the bar, and all of a sudden you hear like people yelling, and then I look over, and you've been to the Powder Horn, right? They got those tall tables.
Never been there.
Oh, okay. They got the tall tables. Like, it's like the tables at
like a standing table.
yeah. It's like the ones at Huts or at Hooligans.
Yeah,
like those big tall tables. Well, suddenly somebody comes, like, these two dudes are just like wrapped up with each other, and they freaking tumbled into those, and like two of those tables come falling down, almost like right on someone's leg. It's like somebody who wasn't even involved, and like a bunch of drinks and shit spilled and stuff, and then all of a sudden it was over. It was like it was over.
No one stopped it, or did they just stop? Like, oh.
Yeah, people got in there and pulled them apart, and then it was done. It was just.
And then they didn't like try going after each other anymore.
No.
Guys and girls are so much different when it comes to fighting. I mean, guys can always like want to come back after, but I think girls, they're way feistier.
And they hold grudges like forever, so
Yeah.
it can never just be over.
Yeah.
I almost got in a fight the other night.
Oh, really?
It was like 3 weeks ago, outside of Hudson's. Or
Hudson's?
Hooligans. Outside of Hooligans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I told you this one.
I don't think so. You almost got in a fight with that one guy who tried to show us a magic trick.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah. But no, this one, I'll make a long story short. Me and Pal went to Hudson's, and then somebody we knew was there, introduced us to some of her friends, and one of them's like this dude. His name's I won't say his name, but I met him, and he's kind of a shorter guy, and so we were walking out. We were getting ready to leave, and this big tall Indian dude, starts like making fun of him for his height for like no reason, just like goes out of his way to like make fun of him. And so this shorter dude, really nice guy by the way, was barking back at him, and I was like kind of impressed. Like I was like, hey, like this dude could definitely,
all the power to you.
The dude definitely could have beat his ass, but he was like not gonna stand down to him, which I respected that.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, you want to fucking talk? Let's go outside. And so they ended up going outside, and I looked at one of the other guys. I was like, maybe we should go keep an eye on this situation. So we walked out there, and then there's this other guy who I didn't even see in the bar, but he was friends with the tall guy, and he was the shorter guy too. And all I hear is like, oh, you want to fight somebody closer to your size? Well, fucking, let's do it then. You know, and they're going back and forth and whatever. And I'm like standing right there. And then all of a sudden, the other guy, not the guy who I was with, fucking clocks him right in the eye. His glasses flew off. I think his head hit the back of the wall. And I swung on the guy. I had to have somebody tell me, because I couldn't remember doing it. But I swung and like pushed him at the same time. And he went flying back, and then my first thought was, now I gotta swing on this big guy. But luckily I didn't act on it. I was just like,
What did he do?
He was just standing there.
He didn't
do anything.
Huh.
And I was just like playing referee at that point. I was like, no, we're done doing this. Like, if the big guy wouldn't have been there, I would have definitely beat the other dude's ass. And if the big guy was like shorter, like not as huge, I might have had to fight him too.
Just knock him in the nuts.
I mean, if he would have swung on me, I would have had to fight him either way.
Let his face come down.
Huh?
I said, knock him in the nuts, let his face come
Yeah.
down, and then...
That could have ended badly, like... But I didn't want to fuck with that guy. He was big. And so... He wasn't, like, big, like, bulky. He was just, like, a tall fucking, like, human.
Sometimes they fall harder.
Oh, I know. I know. But... Yeah, I didn't want to fight. But I did fucking punch that dude.
Nice.
And like I said, I didn't remember...
And he didn't, like, well, from what you know, he didn't come up and try to fight you.
He didn't come back at me.
It's weird. That's a weird, like, altercation.
I know. And then, like, those two had it out. Like, they didn't fight anymore, but they were... Because a bunch of people came out, and then... Because those two dudes walked away, and then a bunch of people came out of the bar, like, that they knew, and then they all went and tracked him down and were like, dude, what the fuck? And then those two hashed it out, and it was over. But Pal comes out of the bar with like 2 ladies on his arms, and he's like, "What the fuck's going on out here?" After I'm sitting there like, no, we're not doing this no more. And he's like, "What the fuck's going on?" As he's got like these 2 girls. I'm just like, dude. He's all having a good time, and I'm out there trying to contain. I'm doing damage control. I don't think I've ever really been in a real fight, like a street fight. I don't think I've ever actually been in that. I've been around it a little bit. That was the closest I came was that, and then one at a concert. I almost had to.
Right. Yeah, you told.
I told you that one. Yeah, I almost had to punch a dude out of the concert. And Eric actually was standing
ready to do it too.
He's not a fighter at all. Trying to think if I've ever seen you almost fight. I've heard a few stories of you almost fighting. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen that.
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
No, I mean, have you seen?
We're usually around friends. So.
Getting in anyone's face?
Not really. I've seen you I remember with Jimmy at Olive Garden.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then he's just like, didn't he say you want to take this outside?
You're like,
yeah, sure.
Yeah, I remember you said you were gonna fucking rip your shirt off and be like, "Let's go!
Yeah,
it's on!"
Yeah, dude, he would have been mincemeat.
He would have been dead before he was dead.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
but yeah, I that joke was in my head. I just didn't know if I should take it that far on this. So
yeah, fair enough.
So
I'll lead the charge.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm glad we both had that thought though.
Dude, yeah, no, he was. I can't believe him on that. That he pissed me off.
Yeah, I bet.
But yeah, he was asking for a beating on that one.
Yeah.
Well, but no, I don't think so. I don't think you've probably seen anything like that. I have done it.
Yeah, I believe that. I've heard stories. I just never seen it. Anything else you want to add? Getting close to the end here, I think.
I mean, how long have we done this?
Almost hour and a half.
Oh. Okay. No, it's probably good then.
Any other anecdotes you want to leave the audience, or anything you want to plug?
Oop. I don't think so. I don't have anything else.
Well, hopefully we'll get the 406 podcast going back up again, and
for everyone who's been missing it.
Yeah, for all 5 of the people that have been missing it.
I like it for us though.
What'd you think of Patrick Mahomes' deal?
That ridiculous.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
10 years, $140-some million. No, it was $450 million.
No, it's $500
million.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a $500 million.
For 10 years?
Yeah, over 10 years.
Jeez, dude.
Insane. God.
That is nuts.
So we got to deal with that for that long. I think he's got $150 million guaranteed. That's insane.
Well, let's see. Maybe the contract will make him. No.
Yeah, right. Well, it's definitely going to make the team go down because they're not going to be able to pay everybody.
Right. That's a big contract. Yeah. So yeah. Well, I mean, he kind of makes the team somewhat sometimes. So, but they just need pretty much.
It's gonna be hard to. It's gonna be hard to keep all that.
No, I know.
So, well, thank you everybody for watching. Appreciate it. This first guest one, and we're gonna have a few more guests coming up. I'm not sure who we're having on next week, but we'll find out.
Are you thinking about another guest next week?
Yeah, I don't want to. I know who it's gonna be. I just don't want to spoil it.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to.
Are you still gonna do your individual ones?
Yeah, every now and again.
You'd rather have guests though.
It's definitely more. I liked this. This was a lot more. I don't know. It's definitely easier than doing it by myself, and it's more. It seems more natural.
Yeah.
Comes off more smooth. Mm-hmm. Where I don't have to I prepare a little bit, but I don't. There was stuff we talked about that I wasn't planning on talking about, so I like that. It's just nice having talking points so that I can.
Yeah, if you need any.
Huh? Yeah. Well, all right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. like, share, subscribe, and check out all the other videos. There'll be more to come for you. Don't forget, life's a garden. Dig it.
Bless your heart.